Okay, I'm back out in West Texas on a hog hunt. The gun I brought out this time, the Air Venturi Recluse 357. I think you know this gun. It's been around. It's a derivative of the big bore 404, which was a gun I liked a lot. 457. I still shoot it a lot. Took a lot of deer in the early days with it. You can decock just by holding the cocking handle and letting it back. So first part way is low power, all the way back is full power, release. Safety is behind the trigger guard, easy to get to. Trigger is a little stiff, I'll be honest with you, it's a little stiff, but you can have it lightened up professionally if that bothers you. I don't find it a detriment to shooting, and also I wear gloves a lot while I'm out hunting, so I really don't mind a little bit heavier pull. But as I say, that can be tuned. Gun's loaded through a sleeve, just slide that up, you have access to the, actually I was going to say the receiver, but you're on the barrel. There's an O-ring to help seal it. Put your single shot in here, so a single shot. Close it, cock it, you're ready to shoot. One of the things I really like about this rifle is that besides shooting round ball, pellets, bullets, I'm using these little 86 grain 357 hollow points. They're dead accurate. At 50 yards they group real tight. So I can shoot these. They're spot on. I've got the gun zeroed at 50. They're spot on at 50. But the other really cool thing, the AirBolt. You might have seen some of the videos I've done in the past with the 50 caliber AirBolt. Same platform. But this arrow's interesting in that it's 357. If you compare it to the 50 caliber, the tip is also smaller because that tip on the 50 is caliber match. So it's about a 50, a little bit larger than a 50 caliber head. This is just a little bit larger than a 357. At any rate, that's the big thing. This is a 357. Now, one other thing you'll notice is the 50 has fletching. This has a felt in the back. I think probably that it'll be more of a limit at the long range because that 50 can go way out there at 50, 60 yards. And I've been getting the best results with this at about 30 yards. But like the 50 caliber arrow, you unscrew the tip and then you can put in the tip that you want. And what I'm using, and I've had really good luck with these, are these clover leaf heads. There are different varieties. Toxic is one, but the clover leaf head, primarily designed for crossbows, gives you this clover leaf, these 3 holes. And the penetration on this is unreal. These are going at a lower velocity. You know, I don't get that. I'm not losing arrows because I get complete pass through of multiple targets, but this will easily penetrate deer-sized animal. So essentially what this arrow does, they're a little pricey, but what this arrow does is it turns your basic 35 caliber, and it doesn't have to be this one, it can be any 357 out there that has a long enough barrel, turns it from a good solid predator gun into a good solid big game gun with the AirBolt. Now, you can say that some of the more powerful 357s, some of the custom ones coming out of the boutiques, are fine for deer. I still think they're on the marginal side, but they're adequate. But when you put this behind it, you turn it into a real hunting machine.
On arrival to the ranch, I went to the range for a quick sight-in. Sitting down, shooting off a knee, I got myself sighted in with the AirBolts, with the 3rd mildot at 45 yards. The 357 AirBolt impacted the target with intent. Then a quick check at 50 yards with the 86 grain hollow point 357 bullets from Robert Vogel. Okay, everything checks out and I'm ready to go. I got out to a blind in late afternoon and sat about 20 minutes before a sounder of smallish pigs came in. I was too far off from them, so I climbed out of the blind and moved in towards them. I was trying to move in slow and get the cameras into position, not an easy thing to do. After waiting a few minutes, I finally got a shot, but I didn't notice the hog had stepped out of frame. You can see him flopping back in. The 357 AirBolt with the cloverleaf arrow is serious medicine for hogs. I hit too far back, but still it did massive damage anchoring my animal on the spot. This was my last opportunity on this trip, but I was already planning the next.
This week I'm after ram. I'm using the Air Venturi Recluse. This is a 357 PCP air rifle, but the cool thing is I'm shooting the AirBolt out of it. They have the AirBolt in 357 right now, and I'm going to use that with some mechanical heads, go out and see if I can take a ram.
I'd been hiking through some heavy brush. I could hear and smell rams, but I couldn't break through to see them. Then one stepped out. I was well camouflaged, and I slowly dropped to the ground behind the tree and crawled into position. Finally I got a shot from the ground and took it. I was laying on my belly and saw the animal spin and take off, but I couldn't see where he went. The herd moved away, but I saw some horns rising above the long grass at the base of a tree.
I wanted to take an afternoon and come out and do a stalk on the rams. And it was a fun stalk. I mean, this is rolling hills, really thick brush, and I went up and I glassed and I found a small herd and I tracked them through the bush. It was, you know, this is a low fence operation. It's a big territory, and it's a hard hunt when these things get back into the thickets and the hills. But I was out here with the Recluse, the Samyang Recluse 357, and the 357 AirBolts. I was using a mechanical head on them this time, and they opened up, deployed well. This ram ran about 20 yards and piled up, and was laying there when I came in. Again, just want to say that if you like this video and these videos that I'm putting out, please like and subscribe. It helps me to keep on going when I've got that viewership, and share with your friends. Appreciate the support, and have more hunts coming your way.